Hey there, Scorpio. How's it going? Hope everything's going good. This is your February 2022, the week of the 21st reading. We're going to be looking at your energy, some challenges, and some outcomes, tying it all off with an oracle message at the end. This is, of course, a general reading, so some of this may not resonate with you, and if it doesn't, it's just not part of your message, so don't try to make something fit that doesn't, all right? This, of course, is also open to Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs as well. So, you're welcome to watch if you have Scorpio anywhere in your chart there. It's also open to cross watchers as well. Just know that if you are cross watching, it may not click with you the same way because you're just looking at it from an outsider's perspective, of course. So the energies may not match up, but without further ado, we got your energy coming into this week. We got the Ace of Pentacles, the Hangman, and the Seven of Cups here. This is really good. The Ace of Pentacles, I feel like you're very fortunate at this time. I feel like luck's on your side here. Maybe you've recently come into a little bit of money here. Not maybe something like, like a lottery or something, but maybe just a little bit of extra money you found somewhere. Maybe you made a sale or something on like something around your house, and you just kind of like, that's just found money, right? So that's really good. Also, again, you might just be very fortuitous at this time, very lucky at this time. And also you might be planting seeds here as well for a new beginning and something that is going to be quite profitable and quite valuable to you down the line here, which I really like as well. With the Hangman and the Seven of Cups, with this, the Hangman's saying, I feel like you're open to new ideas, open to new perspectives, right? And that might be part of why maybe you recently sold something, like I say, around the house. That made you a little bit of moolah, a little bit of cash money at this time, which is really good. You can also just be saying as well that you are looking at things from other people's perspectives, from different ways, coming at stuff, rather than coming at it like the way you've always been. You're like, okay, let's try something new here. Let's try something different, which I think is really beautiful as well. So I like that. And we got the Seven of Cups here, which I feel like with this newfound perspective, it's really opening up a lot of options for you. Like maybe this is kind of like whoa, like kind of having a bit of a mind-blowing experience at this time, which is super beautiful as well. So let's take a look at some clarifiers for you here and see what we got. All right. What do we have for our Scorpios this week? We got the Seven of Swords, the Temperance card, and the Queen of Wands here. Temperance, that is Sagittarius' card. So you may have Sagittarius in your chart somewhere. And if you do, that means you're coming in a really strong way this week too. So that's extra good for you Scorpios that got some Sagittarius in your chart. So that's great. With the Seven of Swords, the Temperance card, and the Queen of Wands here, I feel like you're heading in a very powerful, positive direction. Maybe this is something you're kind of like walking a path of self-discovery, something on your own here. With that Seven of Swords, kind of like, you're treading your own path. Like this is something you've kind of discovering and realizing all on your own here, which looks really good too. Of course, some company would be nice, but you're coming into a powerful way. Maybe you'll end up sharing this with someone else down the line here. And with Temperance here, you can see there's this mixing here going on between these two flowers, like the water is being mixed here. And that's really lines up with that Hangman, where we're looking at things from a different perspective. We're willing to experiment, try something a little different here, if that gets us to the path we want to get to, which I think is really great here. And with that Queen of Wands, I feel like things are just in a really positive way at this time, like I was saying. And I feel like you're really committed to growth. Like this is some significant growth here that you're looking at. So I think this is really awesome, Scorpio. You're heading in a very positive direction here. But let's see what might be trying to derail this here this week here or here in the future with your challenge cards. All right. What do we have for our Scorpios? We got the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Tower here. Yeah. Interesting. With those two queens here, you might be dealing with maybe an older or more or a person that's in a sort of a authority figure ahead of you, someone who has a little bit of power over you. You might be dealing with them. It could be an earth sign or an air sign, so that would be Capricorn, Virgo, and oh my lord, Taurus, or that could be Virgo. No, that could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Wow, that was really hard to do for some reason. But with that, it could be one of those. Could be any sign, of course, because this is a general reading. But it feels like, you know, you might be dealing with one or more figures like that at this time. So, you know, be aware of that. They might be kind of challenging you, challenging your ideas, challenging this new way of life you've kind of found here. Maybe they're trying to force a change on you here with that Tower card. You know, maybe something that you're already changing, you've already thought of that, or something you've already thought of that idea, and they're kind of being like, oh, well, no, you should do it my way because, you know, I'm the best and I'm smarter than you, right? So could be dealing with a little bit of that this week here. I'd say right now it's good to have different options here. It's good to kind of weigh opinions. I would say try to be respectful to them, because they might not be coming at you with like I say, they might not be coming at me with a, I know best, you know, you should listen to me. They might just be saying like, hey, here's some option, here's some ideas that I have. Maybe give these a go. So it could be something like that as well. So just be a little wary and keep your eye on that kind of a situation developing. We got the Tower on the bottom of the Clarifier deck as well. Interesting. So yeah, again, I feel like there might be a change looming, or they're trying to maybe force a change on you here. So let's take a look and see what we got for your Clarifiers here. What do we have going on? We've got the Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands, the Five. Wow. Three fives, right? Boom, boom, boom. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. So that's pretty exciting. Not as exciting as what fives mean in tarot. Fives are conflict, which in your challenges, that makes a ton of sense here for sure. 555, you may want to go give that look up after this. It's an angel number. I'm not sure what 555 means. I can't remember. I think it is a card of change. I think 555 is like represents change. I'm not entirely sure, but you may want to go give that a look up after this. But with 3 5s here, along with like the Tower and these queens, like I say, they might be trying to force something on you here. And again, like there's a lot of conflict here for sure. With the Five of Pentacles, you may feel left out in the cold. You might be feeling like, you know, like again, they're kind of reigning over you, like this knight is over these two people. You might feel that way, like they're kind of like trying to lord their power, lord their authority over you, trying to force you to do things the way they want them to do them. With the Five of Swords, Journey jumping up on the table, definitely there's some conflict of like, I don't care what anybody else says. Like Journey doesn't care about your reading here. He's just coming in to hog the spotlight here, of course. With the Five of Swords, definitely saying that that's kind of like somebody's end goal is more important to them than somebody's feelings, for sure. Whether that's you, whether that's these queens, or both, one or both of these queens, they're really definitely saying like, no, like what I want to have happen is the most important thing here. And with that Five of Wands here as well, Five of Wands represents rivalries, represents competition. So maybe that's who these queens are. They're rivals, they're competitors, and whatever you're trying to do here, whatever you're trying to achieve, they're trying to throw you off. They're trying to say, hey, no, this isn't what I want you to do, because I want the number one. I want the spotlight, just like this guy does, right? So let's take a look at some outcome cards for you, see what we got here, Scorpio. Just as a little something new I've been doing, in the description of all the videos, there's a song that I pick out every week. You may want to go give that a listen to. That's just like something that maybe just a little extra bonus, maybe a little pick-me-up, maybe an oldie you used to really like and you forgot about, or maybe it's a new song that's going to be a new favorite for you here. So we got the Page of Swords coming in for your outcomes. The Nine of Cups, awesome. And the Nine of Pentacles as well. Look at that. So we're getting close to a completion here in the future, for sure. With that Nine of Cups and Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups definitely talking about satisfaction, fulfillment. So I feel like you're heading for that for sure, which is really beautiful. Like I feel like this path you've been taking is really heading for that fulfillment and satisfaction for sure. With the Nine of Pentacles here, again, we got some more of that independent energy we were talking about back here with the Seven of Swords. So definitely, like, you're still kind of on your own here a bit with that Seven of Swords, still kind of doing things by yourself, doing it for yourself here. And maybe that's why these Queen of Pentacles kind of don't like it. It's because maybe they shared your life quite a bit, and now this is kind of a new path they can't follow you down. And they're trying to kind of reel you back, maybe prevent the change, right? Maybe that's what that tower represents, is a change you're trying to make happen, but they're trying to block you off from it. So potentially that there as well. And with the Page of Swords here too, maybe you just need to talk with them. You just need to kind of talk it out, let them know, hey, like, I appreciate that you still, maybe want to be a part of my life, or you still want me to be like I was before, but I need to do this for me, right? And really have an honest talk with them about that, kind of clear the air and such. So I think that's really beautiful. I think this looks really good so far. So let's take a look at some outcome clarifiers, and then we'll tie this all off with an oracle message for you at the end of the video here. Scorpio, what do we have for our Scorpio's outcome clarifiers? All right, what do we have? You got the Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, Seven of Wands, hold your ground for sure. Like, really, you want to be defending your position, right? And it may feel like that. You may feel like the little creature here, like you're up against this big one. Like I was talking, those two queens representing sort of authority figures, maybe, or people who have power over you. And you may feel like that. Maybe this may feel overwhelming, but I feel like you really need to stand your ground. There's an interesting motif with that other the Seven of Pentacles. Also a horned creature. That one's a little more like a unicorn, but still, we're looking at like that kind of a motif. So maybe unicorns might mean something to you at this time. So maybe keep an eye out for that. That might mean something here for you in the future. Might be a good sign. With that Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you're working hard. Like you're not getting taken off course, right? This isn't something that's going to, this isn't something that's going to stop you, right? This is just kind of something you have to deal with, right? You're still going to be on course. You're still going to be heading in a positive direction. And with this Page of Cups here as well, I feel like this is a real opportunity for you. A big opportunity, especially with the size of that fish, right? I feel like this is a big opportunity for you to really show that you care about these people, that you value their opinions, that you value the time, that you value that they want to be in your life, but show them that you are changing, you are evolving, that you do want to move on, Scorpio, and that you do want to broaden your horizons. You do want to do something new. You do want to change it up. You do want to become better, right? And sometimes people, I've heard it said before, that people will remember you best as the version of yourself where they have the most power over you, right? Now, I don't necessarily think that's the truth all the time, but I do feel like some people are like that. Like they'll always kind of remember you as that kind of a person, especially like our family too, like our parents and siblings and stuff. They'll definitely remember you as like, oh, you're always mama, or mama's little boy, or daddy's little girl or something, right? Because that's when they have the most power and influence over you. But as you grow up, it's kind of tough for some parents to let go, right? To kind of move on and say like, hey, you know what? You're your own person. You're your own man. You're your own woman. You're your own whatever, right? Like you're moving on. You don't need me anymore, right? But you'll always want me, right? And I think you're going to be making that clear with these people, this person, whoever it is, right? To let them know that you may not need them in your life the way that they kind of think you do, but you still want them to be there, right? And I feel like that's quite a difference to make, right? Quite a distinction to let them know that you may not need them in your life, but you want them in your life, right? So maybe not in those exact words, but you know what I mean, right? So let's take a look at your oracle card here, your oracle message, wrap this all up for you. Hopefully this has been helping you out. Hopefully this has been resonating with you. And if it has, you can hit that like button down below, helps out a ton. You can also subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. That way you can find these videos a lot easier every week rather than just randomly stumbling upon them, right? So let's take a look at your oracle card here, Scorpio. What do we got? We got the Cow Spirit. The miracles are endless, number 15. Let's take a look at that. All right, the Cow Spirit. You are at a beautiful point in your life today. For your needs are being met effortlessly and in so many ways. Fully embrace this truth by focusing on all you have right now, including the positive relationships that sustain you, the work you are proud to do to contribute to the world, and the activities that inspire you and nourish your soul. The cow spirit nudges you to pay attention because this is the perfect time to focus on the choices, actions, and behaviors that you know feed your soul and bring your heart contentment. Now is also the time when you will see many of your projects and commitments that you set in motion in the past begin to yield valuable gifts that will bring you joy and love and sustain you for a long time to come. Stay positive and share your well-being with others. The more you share, the more you will manifest. So be generous. The cow spirit promises you will never run out of miracles. And I think that's really beautiful because that can kind of seem like that, like what I was talking about with, like, parental figures and stuff, where they kind of feel like they need to hold on to you as much as possible, and that, maybe you're outgrowing them, or maybe you're moving on without them, right? And maybe that seems like that's kind of a miracle for them, that you still want them in your life. Maybe you don't come across that way all the time, and it's not that you're intentionally doing that, but it's just kind of part of growing up, right? Like, my family, for instance, I talk to my parents on the phone every day. I don't go out and visit them every day necessarily, but I try to, spend what time I can with them. And, I know I can seem kind of distant with them, but I do love them and I do care about them and I want them in my life, right? And I feel like this is very much the same. Like these queens, whoever they may be, they may not necessarily be women in your life, just like it's an energy, of course, but they may feel like they're being pushed out, and you maybe need to let them know that they're not being pushed out. It's just kind of, life goes on, right? And you still want them there. And to be generous with that, to be generous with the affection, the positivity, right? The miracles. Be positive with that, because you've got an endless supply right now. You have an endless bounty of growing and moving on here. You're finding new ways all the time, right? You're finding a way to satisfaction, to independence. And I feel like that's really beautiful. I feel like right now you're in such a good position, especially to let them know this, to let them know that you still care about them and that you still want them in their life. You still want their lives to be a part of your life too. So hope that's helped you out. Hope that resonated with you here, Scorpio. If you want to help out the channel, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That way you can find me easier every week. Check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos. Maybe that song in the description too. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.